Welcome back to the Scare Sit Podcast. This is your host, Mike, and my co-host, Scott. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Watched a good movie. How about you?
Had a good time watching this one, so can't complain.
You want to introduce it? Do you want me to?
I'll introduce it. It's Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Surprisingly, now that I've seen it, well, I saw it a couple years ago, but surprisingly, one that's a little bit more maligned than it really deserves.
You could just say hate it, because it's fucking hated.
Yeah. Not a little bit. A lot.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it.
I don't understand it.
I've never understood it. When I first went through and watched these movies when I was like 14 or 13, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was so much fun. Like, there's... When it comes to horror, we all know there's different sections of fandom, right? There's people that want the blood and guts. There's people that want the nudity. There's people that do like the theming. People that like the ideas, the character designs. People that like the storytelling to it and the thrills and the scares. And this fandom spreads to a whole lot of different people that come to it for different things. What you and I go into for looking for a horror film is definitely not what my mother went into. It's definitely not what our friends really go into when they want to see a horror film.
Yeah.
And this is the only movie where I feel like it's easy for a lot of people to like certain things about it, and yet nobody likes it. I don't understand it.
Yeah, rewatching this again, because obviously I think I watched this for the first time the year before last, and really enjoyed it that time. I think I enjoyed it more this time than I did that time. And it really comes down to just, this is really entertaining.
Yeah.
It's really fun. The characters are mostly entertaining. There's a couple that get on my nerves, but I like the main girl a lot. I like her central struggle. Giving her the trauma that she has gives her more dimension as a character. But like, I really don't get, other than people who want to watch a Friday the 13th movie for pure gore, because this is one of the ones that got eviscerated the worst in the franchise. Other than that, though, I really don't know really what there is to bitch about.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Because Jason's still Jason. He's like killing people left and right. And
we can make this one argument that I think does stand. The characters in this movie are the first time these characters feel like real stereotypes.
Yes.
Like that's
definitely
a
stereotypes.
Truth.
Yeah.
But they're fun stereotypes. Like I've never understood why that's a bad thing.
All of the actors
if a film comes out nowadays though, like if I saw a film in 2021 and characters are acting like this, yeah, I'd be a little bit annoyed. Don't get me wrong, but if it's done tongue-in-cheek, I don't think I'd care that much. There's also good character moments between these characters anyway, so even if it is, very stereotypical, doesn't mean they're bad.
Yeah, I mean, and also, I think it's pretty obvious that everybody here is having a good time making this movie.
Yeah.
It's not something that they're taking as like Shakespeare. No. Like, they're having a good time with the material, like they know what movie they're in, and they're having fun with it. There are some dramatic aspects of the movie, stuff involving the final girl and her trauma and the doctor and, all that stuff. But mostly this is kind of just like I don't want to compare it to, like I think I said the same exact thing about 5, but like it's a beer and pizza movie. It's a good time. This is a movie to sit down watch with your buddies and have a good time.
Yeah, I would say. And obviously you don't mean
it's a way better movie.
It's a way better. It's much more competent.
It has a plot that mostly makes sense.
Yeah, I think
till the very
everything
end
goes together pretty well. Yeah, the ending is the big problem. The director didn't want that ending.
Yeah, obviously. That's the only part of the movie that like straight up doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movie is pretty straightforward and
it doesn't make sense to cut right to the end, but I mean, if it's going to get brought up, the director wanted the end to be different. He wanted him to be a zombie.
Yeah.
Like the father who dies in the very beginning of the movie, they talk about it all the time. The main girl Tina is responsible for his death. She feels bad about it. And he's supposed to drag Jason under the water, and he's supposed to look like a zombie and drag him under. The makeup doesn't look very good still, you know.
There's really nothing on him.
The studio complained, you know, he looks kind of stupid, and to be fair, they're right, but him looking normal looks way, way worse.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it takes a little bit of inferring for me to jump to this conclusion, but also at the same time, his body probably would have got found in the lake and taken out. It wouldn't be there still, most likely. But whatever, I really don't care that much. But it's just funny watching him, like, pure, like, there's nothing visually wrong with him. He's been in the middle of the lake for, you know, probably like a decade or something, and there's not a thing wrong with him.
I mean, you could get really analytical about it. You could theorize and talk about, is he really there? Is that really? I mean, is it?
Or did she bust the dock with her mind and drag him under mentally?
Is she visualizing it because he's like an angel to her? Who knows?
Yeah, no one.
I don't think it's supposed to be this theoretical. It's not supposed to be like this, but you could do that if you want to headcanon this and make it feel like it makes more sense to you.
Yeah, it pretty much ends. It doesn't end right there because the ambulances show up and they get taken away, but no one ever talks about that. It's just, where's Jason? He's gone. That's it. Yeah. Like, the guy doesn't bring up the fact that that maybe he saw her dad. She doesn't bring up that she saw her dad. So who knows? Maybe he wasn't even there.
And that ending is very much a throwback to Part 2's ending.
Yeah.
With the ambulance. The only difference is Nick is there instead of Paul.
Yeah, and it's confirmed that he's alive.
Yeah.
For sure. Not you know, the director and everyone else clashing over whether or not the guy's fucking dead or not.
I mean,
so
there's so much you have to know is that, yeah, you know, it's just a movie, but I have a hard time believing the police would just, zombie man came from the ground and killed these kids, and that's what you two are telling me. I'm pretty sure they would assume that they are the killers.
I would say that. I also say though that it wouldn't be too much of a leap for them to say it's Camp Crystal Lake, man. This happens.
No. I understand, but it's just two survivors is so drastically different. No witnesses at this point.
Yeah, I agree. But also, like, I just think it's funny to think about the cops sitting at the station and be like, "Oh, fuck, not again, man."
Yeah, I love the idea of the cops being like, "It was Jason." Be like, "Fuck, it's been a few years, guys. We kind of saw it coming."
Yeah, you should just fucking absolutely.
I thought he died last time. Dude, he fucking dies all the time.
You should just carpet bomb this lake at this point. It's bad news for everybody, man.
And this is the movie where he looks the most dead.
Oh, he looks so good, man.
And I know a lot of people that don't like the movie, but they love the design.
It is probably the best design for Jason, period.
I think it's the best. I like 6's design. I like the Frankenstein mummy face, but this mask being over, like the partial skeleton teeth and the bone showing is so cool.
I like him in 4 a lot. I mean, that's back when he looks like just like standard Jason though, mostly. But this takes the cake, man. And it's not just the costuming and the makeup from like a visual perspective, not even getting behind the mask, because when he takes the mask off, or he doesn't take the mask off, but when the mask comes off, man, he looks fucking terrifying.
And it's great to have a Jason who emotes with his face too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that motherfucker chasing me down in my house. That guy's scary as fuck.
First real time since 3, honestly, where you have an unmasked Jason emoting.
Yeah, I mean, the only other one I could think of off the top of my head was 4, when he was dying and sliding down the blade because he had animatronics.
Yeah, but that's not even emotion. Yeah,
that's it. It's just like, oh, okay, my body is reacting to my brain being punctured.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because this is Hodder's first Jason attempt, and he comes out of the gate swinging. Like, he's really good.
I think his movements are probably best in a film like Jason X, but this is his best performance.
I like that in Jason. We're not going to talk about Jason X anyways, but I like when he gets to Jason X where he's like involved in the self-awareness and the crazy dumb shit that happens in that movie.
The self-awareness is next level, but also just the way like he feels so much more commanding and like a part of that role. He has that in the next movie for Part 8. You know, it's just with 9, it's so tough to scale because he's Jason, but he's really barely Jason in the movie.
He's in there for like 2 fucking minutes.
Yeah, in the beginning and in the end, but in X, you know, he just fucking walks like he's got balls of steel on the film. He just feels like he doesn't fucking care about anything else.
He's an absolute machine in Jason X. He's just awesome.
Like I said, I still think this is his best performance, but
it's the best movie he's been Jason in.
He just gets so much more to do. It just feels like they picked an actor who could really act inside that fucking suit.
I definitely think though that design really lends to the reason why this Jason is the best, probably.
Yeah.
Because Hodder's performance is really good, and even like when he takes when the mask gets taken off of him and you see his eyes, you can tell it's Hodder.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a person. It's one of the first times where he's had the makeup on where he like really actually emotes and has like a degree of, I don't want to say humanity, but he like, it feels like you're witnessing a real person standing around there.
Yeah.
And Hodder, just his physicality is on another level, and the design just accentuates just how scary he looks, because like he's imposing in 8, but I don't really like the design for him in 8.
We'll talk about that when
we get there. Same thing with 9 though. It's like he's an imposing performer as Jason, but the design's terrible.
I think the design is unique, and I respect the fact for it, but I don't
like it.
I don't think it. I get people disliking it. I have a certain quantity that I like the fact that it is so different, because to me it helps it make it easier to distinct.
So you don't have to think about it as a Jason movie at all?
I can distinct that this is not connected to anything else. Because this Jason isn't. Like, 9 is so radically different that it makes it easy to be like, he's not the same. This is self-contained dog shit. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Like 8, if you don't like the movie, I've got bad news. It's part of the series. It picks up right off of 7. Things they don't make perfect sense, but they coherently flow from where 7 leaves off. Like, it's connected.
Where his life
doesn't connect to dog shit.
Where Jason's story ends in this film, it picks up in 8 at least.
Exactly.
A lot of other stuff doesn't make sense, but at least his place in the world still makes sense.
So, I think the thing to talk about first off before we get into our next segment is the whole Friday the 13th. Do you know why it's called Friday?
Oh.
It's because a lot of the actors and actresses in the film are gay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I had no idea.
Nick, who plays a love interest, is played by a gay actor.
Cool.
Ben is played by a gay actor.
Also cool.
The guy who plays Eddie is played by a gay actor. The mom is a gay actress.
Really?
Yep, so
cool.
It's just like, I think the party for, I think it's Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
He's a gay actor as well.
Michael?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So a lot of these actors and actresses just happen to be gay. So it's just, they labeled it Friday. And apparently, like, oh yeah, the leads don't have that much chemistry together. So it's because the actor's gay, and it's bullshit. But whatever.
I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't know about that, because I really like them together.
I think one scene is not that great.
What are the cut scenes? I think, because I don't.
The cut scene's awesome. I think.
What? Really?
I just think
where he tells her he has like a nice ass or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's funny. I think I wish that was in the movie.
I just don't see how, because you have to think about how that scene goes to the next scene.
Yeah, where they're skipping rocks.
But her reaction to that doesn't translate.
I don't
to them
think the reaction's
out.
that bad though. She looks more like perplexed, but she's not like viciously angry.
She looked like she was uncomfortable and a little bit angry to me.
I think she's a little bit angry.
The camera quality is fucking terrible.
I think she's a little bit angry, but at the same time, it's like, really?
Yeah, that's
real, you know. Like,
but just to me, it's like I'm sitting there like, okay, that's still like a jump to the next scene. Like, oh, we're still hanging out. He called my ass nice, so I guess we're gonna hang out. But like,
I find that funny though. I think that's a good comedic balance to it.
If there was more to that scene, where they had a little bit more of endearing conversation after that, I would probably like be like, yeah, this probably should have been
That
in the
would
movie
make
still.
more sense, but I think it lends itself to less comedy, and I would like that less. I'm not saying you're wrong, because you're right. It would make more sense in the story, but I like the way that is a cut between, you have a nice ass, let's hang out. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
I like the stark contrast.
I like the idea of that. I just think that it's like the performance doesn't lead to me assuming that that's what the next logical scene would be. This
But
one.
regardless, it is cut. It's not in the movie.
Yeah, I don't. You see, the thing though is like from like franchise perspective, like that scene being cut almost doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't.
I'm surprised it's cut.
I think
honestly.
it's the time thing. I think they just wanted to cut the time down for the movie.
It must have been a pacing thing. It's just looking. I'm like, that's not even a bad scene. Like it's there.
I would have to assume they just like make it a little shorter, make it easier to digest.
It must be.
But I think the leads have good chemistry. I think the only line that is a little bit cringeworthy is the white elephant line.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty stupid.
Or like pink elephants or whatever.
It's a pink elephant in the woods. It's just like.
And like they both don't really laugh at it. It's just like really awkward. It's like okay.
It's like both actors are looking at each other and being like, "It's on the page. I guess I gotta say that." It's pretty fucking dumb.
But the rest of the movie, I think their chemistry is pretty good. I think.
Honestly, the first moment that they meet,
compared to the other, like leads, like love interests, I think they're not at the top or anything, but they're pretty high up there. I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I have Ginny and Paul at the top.
You have them at the top, really?
I love Ginny and Paul, man.
Oh,
I think they're really funny together. I
just don't like Paul that much. I think
know you
their
don't like Paul
relationship is whatever.
I
wouldn't
Paul.
put Chris and Rick at the top or anything, but I would put them over Ginny and Paul.
I wouldn't. I would say these guys are number 2 though, probably.
You think so?
I think so. Oh no.
I think
Tommy Jarvis and
Tommy
and
and the daughter are at the top.
Megan. Yeah, they're pretty good.
And then I would put this number 2. Yeah, I think they're really good. I like Tina a lot. She's really endearing. Number 3, I would have Rick and Chris, and then 4, I'd have Ginny and Paul.
Fuck, you know what? Honestly, no. Tommy and Megan number 1. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think
Ginny and Paul is number 2 for me, and then these guys are number 3 for me. Chris and fuck, whatever. What the fuck is his
Rick.
name?
Rick.
They're at the bottom for me. I don't give a fuck.
I think at the bottom is easily like.
Oh no, part 8.
Really? Well, no, you think they're that bad?
If we're counting the entire saga, including part 9,
they're not even
easily the worst.
Dude, the fucking relationship with Ted from part 4 and the pornography they watch is better than the fucking relationship in part 9.
100%.
Like I hate that fucking movie.
I mean, if you're looking at the entire saga, not counting the remake, but counting the entire saga, 9's easily the worst.
It's not even
easily the worst. It's not a contest. But I don't really care for
the fat dude from 5 and his fucking pig slop is a better romance than part 9's. Like, that's genuine love. He loved his mama's cooking.
No, the guy in his fucking chocolate bar, dude. Number 1. Absolutely number 1. But no, I really don't like. It's not that I really don't like. They're fine. I just find absolutely no attachment to their dynamic in 3, like except for like one scene, like the scene with the bar. But like a lot of it, I just kind of feel like it's really awkwardly handled. Between the actors are doing their best, but I don't think it's handled very well from a writing perspective. I just think it's kind of just there. It's kind of just like one of those things where it's like, oh, we should have a romantic subplot here.
I don't know. I can agree to disagree. I think they're very sweet together. I think they utilize their time the best. The chemistry is really strong. I'm saying it could be better, but like the bits you're given, I think work very well. I think there's the scene obviously at the farm. I think there's a scene where she's talking to him about what happened when she passed out, and like just that he's always trying to be there for her, but he's always like taken aback about like, well, you know, I'm trying my best here, but you're pushing me off. I like that. I like that relationship. I just think it's a good dynamic. But I totally get it. I think it could be better.
Yeah, I just find it kind of, just there for me.
But I think comparatively, I like Part 7's dynamic a lot.
Yeah, I think they're really good together.
I think they work really well together. He seems really endearing. regardless of if it's someone's butt or not, he still is showing interest and trying his best.
Yeah,
he's a genuinely nice guy. She's
the first time when they meet, like when she drops her shit in the driveway and he comes over and helps her clean it up, like that's a really funny scene.
Yeah.
When he picks up her panties and is staring at her panties.
Without you, and,
yeah, really, really endearing. I really like them together. It's really entertaining.
It's funny because those actors, they didn't get along on set. They really weren't friends. And it wasn't until like years later at like a convention where they're like, you know what? This is stupid. Like, I really like you. And now they're like best friends.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, that stemmed from where it all came from. Like, that's why everyone calls it Friday the 13th. It's bullshit. It's honestly homophobic. Like,
honestly, I had no idea, and it's probably something they talked about in the documentary that I totally forgot about.
Yeah, it's like the biggest thing they talk about in the Part 7 documentary. It's like, oh, the whole thing is the fry gay. It's like, why? Like,
well, it's like
these
part 2
actors
for,
and actresses, like, they're not like appearing like they have bad chemistry with their significant others because they're gay. Like, who fucking cares? They're acting and they're doing a fine, if not great job at it.
Yeah, it's like part 2 for Nightmare.
I would say if you consider this movie bad and because of, oh, these actors are not doing a great job chemistry-wise because they're all gay, I think you're a little homophobic. Because I don't think that translates to the film at all. Maybe you want to talk to me about it and give me a lengthy discourse on, hey, you're not seeing this. Go ahead, preach your homophobia. I'll try my best to listen, but I won't. And there we go. I'm fucking done, man. I like this movie. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't blame you. The movie's fucking awesome.
This movie's really fucking fun. If you have a problem with, oh, the kills are butchered, fine. You know, that
You're
sucks.
Right.
They are
really do
butchered.
anything about that,
Some of them really do get hindered. Some of them not a big deal.
Though.
But, you know, it sucks. It sucks that it's not the actual movie they wanted to make.
Like the sleeping bag kill is pretty truncated. I mean, we'll get to the kills, but that still works and is an iconic scene, despite the fact that it's truncated.
With it being one. I think it's a little funnier.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like the cut version of that.
I think it works better as a kill.
As sadistic as that sounds,
it's less funny and it's more fucking
brutal.
Painful.
Yeah,
it has more punch to it. But the idea of someone just getting swung to a tree one time and they're fucking splat, that's funny. Yeah. That's like slapstick.
I think the part about it that's most disappointing and the thing that I think bother a lot of fans of the franchise and or horror films and slasher films is that the director is an effects guy.
Yeah.
So like this is his shit. So like you're sitting there thinking like if he directed an earlier installment, what could we have gotten? Where they weren't eviscerating these movies left and right.
Yeah.
Like they have been since 5. But, you know, and they destroyed the fucking footage. The actual footage, not the VHS dailies.
Yeah, because you can't adapt that.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, if they had them, if some private collector had them, stop being a bitch, bring them forward, let us get a proper cut of this goddamn movie.
But I don't know, like, I get it sucking because the dude's an effects guy, but it's not really a fair argument. You don't hear that shit for part 2 when they cut a lot of cool shit out of those death scenes either.
You gotta take the movie for what it is, what they gave you.
And you've watched some of the scenes for part 2, right? For the deaths?
A couple of them.
So I think it's very comparative. This movie functions fundamentally well without the scenes, but with the scenes it would be better. But that doesn't mean the movie is hindered because of it.
No, I still think that, because I didn't even know it when the first time I watched this movie, I didn't even have access to the cutscenes because I watched it digitally on iTunes. So I had no idea, and I still enjoy the hell out of the movie.
Yeah,
so.
And I mean, clearly when I first watched it, I was a 14-year-old or 13 or whatever. It didn't matter to me. I just thought, wowee, funny time.
And I bet they didn't have those scenes on the DVD too.
Yeah. So I didn't know anything about it being cut, and I had a great time. Knowing that these things were cut and finding out about them, yes, that clearly sucked, but it didn't ruin my time. I will say, there's one that really should have been in the movie. One that really should have been.
Head Crush?
Ben.
Yes. The Head Crush is
the
fucking
Head Crush
incredible.
Is fantastic.
even in the grainy ass footage that they have on the fucking Blu-ray, it is so fucking good. And it puts all the rest of the head crushes, because there's multiple head crushes in this series, it puts them all to shame.
I see what you're saying.
Auditorily,
yes.
4 is the best.
Visually, yes. The sound design in 4
is the best.
Makes it almost on par.
Yeah, for 7 though, Jesus fucking Christ,
who wouldn't
man.
know? Maybe if they did the sound design really well for it, it'd be just as good, if not way, way better.
Yeah, there's very little in the way of audio in these cutscenes. Most of them don't have any kind of dubbing over them because they weren't finished. So if they actually had the time to put, because a lot of the sound design in this movie as done is pretty fucking good. So I'm willing to bet that it would probably have been fantastic. It would have been an all-timer kill, probably. It's that good. And it's really depressing because before we started, I was going back and looking at Dead Meat, the YouTube channel, and I was looking at all the kills from part 7 and seeing that truncated version of it after seeing that and be like, man, they absolutely ripped the nuts out of that kill. That kill was so cool.
I'll say another one that could have been assisted. I think the one where the preppy guy gets slashed in the face.
Yeah, that one was really cool.
I would have liked to have that in there too. It's just a little bit longer. I like seeing the effect immediately after the kill.
Yeah, I wasn't like...
You still see his fucked up face in the movie.
It was pretty good in the movie, so I was actually surprised that there was like anything significant cut from it, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
So I would have definitely had a good time. I've been okay with them putting that in because it is a stronger kill, but it is at least nice that even truncated, that kill's still pretty good.
So I think that kind of covers most of the scenes that we feel should have been in there.
The one that I will still say that I wish they did this version of it, but they would have to alter the film to do it, is Robin's. Is it Robin?
Yes, Robin's death. Her
death, because she gets thrown out the window. It feels really kind of tacked on, and you know, you think about like this happened in 4, and it was done better in 4.
Yeah.
I think there was another movie where someone got thrown out the window too.
4. Happens
other
twice.
than 4.
The twin
it happens twice.
Gets thrown out, and then the lead lady gets thrown out.
Yeah, so it was done better in 4. Yes. So when I saw it in 7, I'm
both
like,
times.
It's kind of lazy. Like, I don't want to dunk on them too hard because it's like they had 2 different versions of the kill. I'm assuming the MPAA said, hey, fuck you, cut this kill, because the other kill, it does involve more like blood and gore. You know, she gets cut with a machete instead of she gets pinned in a corner and killed, which is much scarier in my opinion. And the MPAA probably told them, hey, cut that out or do something else, or maybe they wanted they were like, either cut this out or you have to cut more out of the head crush. Yeah, I don't know.
The kill not only looks really good, I think it's shot visually 10 times better
and lit really well.
Very well.
But the version of it is like, it's not like the throw is terrible. It's just like in comparison to what we could have had, it feels kind of lazy.
I think the only real difference it makes in the film is with making that kill different. It changes a little bit of like the timeline in the movie. You'd have to edit it around, move things a bit, but I think it's easily doable. And I really do think that kill in the movie is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, it's really sad when you have like an alternate kill that's much better that they just removed it. Like, we don't know why they removed it. I would assume it's an MPAA related thing, but it's just, man, it just looks way better. And when you get to that kill, it's like I mean I wasn't too upset that character died, but they could have done a better job with that.
I agree.
For sure. I mean, they did do a better job with it. It just isn't a movie for some reason.
So we've gone over the cut kills. Let's go over and do our new segment for kill count. We're going to go over all the deaths in the movie and talk about not just rating the deaths, but I want to also go over the characters. How well you like the character. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Robin, but, let's go into all these. First death, obviously, is not done by Jason. It's just the dad dying. It's John, the father.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have much to say on that. It's just a quick drowning scene of dubbing saying, "I'm sorry, baby," because he doesn't actually say it in the movie.
I was gonna say the some of the dialogue for that scene, also the young actress, her dialogue is not particularly strong.
No.
But the effect is fine. It's just like it is kind of comical how long the dock shifts back and forth before it caves in, and you're just sitting there thinking like, why didn't you just get off the dock at that point? But you know, whatever. We wouldn't have a movie if you just edited that down and made it quicker. It would make way more sense. But whatever. It's fine. It is kind of weird though. Like I don't really feel too bad for the dad because he's being a drunk, abusive asshole.
Yeah.
So fuck him. Which also comes back around to the ending where it's kind of perplexing that that's her saving grace is this fucking guy who's kind of an asshole dad.
Well, we don't know him before.
Maybe he's fine when he's sober, but
maybe that's just
still
like
still not good.
Rare incident. Maybe it's just more about the fact of like she felt guilty for it, if anything, than that, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions to ask, but it is what it is. If you had to rate the death of the dad, what would you say?
That's 6.
Yeah, I think that's pretty generous. I'd give
it exists.
I would have given it like a 4 if it wasn't for the effect. I think the effect looks good with the the shaking of the.
Yeah, I just wish it was shorter. I wish they cut it down a little bit because I think it shakes for way too long for the logic of the scene to continue. Because it's just like they got off the fucking deck at that point.
Okay, number 2 is Jane. It's Michael's girlfriend who's bringing him to the party. She gets stabbed.
It's just Spike. It's kind of just a typical stabbing, but I do appreciate that it's done with a different kind of implement because it's done with a 10 spike. So I'll give it a 6.5.
I'll give it a 7 because that 10 spike comes into play for the narrative later on.
Yeah, I mean it's also used against Michael too.
Yes.
So I like his a little bit better.
Yeah, him also was cut. They changed a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't think it makes much of a difference though.
Yeah, it was kind of nominal.
So, character Jane doesn't matter, not a character.
Michael couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give a shit less about either one of them.
Yeah. So that's
they're just body count characters.
So, Michael, it's who the party's for. I mean, the good thing about it being for a character that's not there is that we don't know much about the character, but we know that all these characters are his friend, so we don't have to ask, why is the stoner hanging out with this fucking weird sci-fi guy with this preppy asshole? We don't know, because we don't know Michael, which kind of makes it easier to understand and digest these random people here. I think it's a little smart, a little cheap, but a little smart.
It's kind of, you're sitting there thinking like, man, Michael must be a popular guy. You got people from every single fucking clique.
Yeah, and like, one of my favorite things in the movie is it's like, who the fuck invited this asshole? Because the fucking stoner dude just shotgunned a beer and got shit everywhere. And it's like, oh, it's Michael's best friend. It's like, well, I know why he's here, so good job on that one, because I would have asked the same fucking question, because none of you like him besides these girls.
Yeah.
So
he is a douchebag.
I think it's kind of a smart line for the writing. But yeah, Michael, whatever. This is not a character. His death, 10 spike in the back, a little bit better. I'll say a 7 out of 10.
I'll also say a 7 out of 10.
Cool. Next one is Dan, the Woodman, where he does the Terminator line. He goes, "I'll be back." Fuck you, Dan. That dude's a fucking loser. Like, he looks so fucking, like, trying to be Mr. Cool Guy, and it's like, you know what, man? You're gonna get punched through the chest, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a replay of 6, but...
Yeah, you can't top 6s.
Yeah, I mean, it's still decently well done.
He breaks the neck, too.
Yeah, the neck break's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
I'll also give it a 6 out of 10.
I don't think it's great.
It's
then it's the girlfriend of Dan who gets sleeping bagged.
That's 9 out of 10 easily. If not, it's up there, man.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for one reason. The kill is great. I love the comedic timing. My problem is that it doesn't make sense with the way it's edited, because she goes in the bag and the zipper is by the head.
Oh.
And he grabs where her head is, and when he swings, it should be her legs that get broken.
Oh, yeah.
And then when she drops, you can see her head's all fucked up. It comes out of the part that he held on to. So like technically it doesn't make sense. And that bugs me every time I watch it. I'm like, please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me it does make sense and I'm just
misremembering.
I'm not. It fucking pisses me off every time.
Yeah, now I didn't even notice that. Now you fucked it up for me. That's an 8. That's
hey,
God damn it.
Don't blame me. Definitely blame them.
Well, it's obviously them, but I honestly didn't even pay attention to that when I saw it. I was just
every time.
I was just wrapped up because it's like one of those iconic kills in the franchise. The entire franchise. It's fucking sick
for everyone, but like.
Oh, I guess I'll just enjoy the one from Jason X.
Get your shit straight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I totally didn't even realize that they fucked that up.
So
the extended version of that kill, though, taking the continuity error out of the equation, the extended version of that kill changes the tone of the killing entirely. But I fucking love it.
It does. It changes entirely.
It's absolutely savage.
I'd say it's a better kill for sure. I just like it being a little bit funnier.
Yeah.
This movie has a lot more comedy in it than a lot of the other ones, except for maybe 6.
Yeah, it's a little bit less funny than 6.
I think 6 definitely set the tone for how films from now on are gonna follow.
Yeah.
And speaking of setting the tone, we now have the fucking stockbroking asshole guy, Russell, who's the next guy on the list.
Russell.
He's Mr. Russell, party of one.
Yeah, fucking.
He's all mad because you guys are fucking up my uncle's fucking cabin.
Yeah, he's like the axe to the mouth or whatever.
Yeah,
was it axe or was it axe?
It
was an axe, yeah, so I thought it was an axe. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That
like
is
that
one of the scenes that was better in the cut.
Yeah. But it is still very effective.
Because you see the aftermath.
Without it. Yeah.
The aftermath.
If you didn't see the aftermath, it would have been a very for lack of a better phrase, it would be a blue balled kill.
Yeah.
Because it's just like something nasty happened.
Yeah.
But you're like, well, I want to see it.
I'm so glad they were able to keep that in there too. If that wasn't in the final version, that would have really bugged me.
Yeah, it would have kind of tanked that kill a little bit. It would probably knock up at least a full point off.
What would you call it for rating?
8. I really like that kill.
I'd give it an 8.5. I love the effect. I think the makeup department did a great job with this movie.
Yeah, I mean, again, benefits from having a director who's in the business.
But man, does it look fantastic?
Yeah, it looks really good.
How do you feel about Russell as a character?
He definitely is not a character I was mad about seeing die. So
I think I hate him the most out of all of them.
He's not the person I hate the most.
Really?
We will get to him.
I fucking hate Russell. He's just so annoying.
He's just kind of like he's that fucking yuppie douchebag.
I think it just comes down to like I really hate those people.
Oh, you're getting beer all over my uncle's fucking house, bro.
Dude, I've gone to a place like that before. Like I've actually gone to a cabin that got rented out for like a family thing.
Yeah. And
there was that person there that'd be like, you're kind of fucking this up, and it's like, dude, just don't fucking invite people to a cabin then if you're that fucking mad about it.
Yeah. Like, bring fucking you're spilling beer everywhere. Hand me a roll of Bounty, bro. I'll just clean it up.
Yeah, that's what happened. A fucking fight broke down. It's like, shut the fuck up. He's like, oh, fuck all you guys. It's like, man, maybe this is not a fun time anymore.
Yeah, he's kind of just an asshole. So when he dies, I'm not too mad.
So when Russell has that scene, I'm just like, I lived this, dude.
Russell,
I'm not saying I wanted that person to die, but like,
yeah. Russell Party of One though makes me laugh.
I think it's pretty fun.
Party of One.
But I just think Russell's girlfriend is way more interesting than Russell.
Yeah, is she?
She has charisma. It's got nothing to do with me being a fucking sexual predator, dude. Alright, don't even try it. Don't even try that. I respect women in these woods. I brought it up last time. The respect still stands, dude. Okay? With or without clothes, she's a wonderful woman. Fucking knock it off.
Hey man,
she then dies next. She gets drowned. How do you feel about it?
She gets drowned to fuck ass naked, and the camera is not hiding it.
Yeah. It's a little male gazy, and by a little I mean it's very distracting to watch.
Yes.
See, they do that scene in other Fridays, but this one lingers a little bit more, I feel.
So it's kind of funny because it is vaguely. I don't know. I want to say I don't know if this is what they were thinking, but I feel like it's kind of obvious if you've seen the movie, you haven't seen it because we talked about it today. But Jaws, the opening of Jaws, is literally that scene where it's just like someone's under there. There's a naked lady swimming in the fucking ocean, and the shark gets her.
Yeah.
Same
second here. Really wish you didn't say out to everybody I haven't watched Jaws. I'm really not okay with this right now.
You're on blast, bro.
Just gonna state this. You shouldn't have fucking done that.
It's okay. I haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, that's such a fucking. Let's get Mike, dude. I'm burning my torches. I'm finding his address and I'm killing his family because he hasn't seen Pan's Labyrinth.
I don't think anybody's gonna do that for you not seeing Jaws.
I feel like someone at least lit a torch though. Like, people get really mad about it.
I'll say someone definitely tapped on a keyboard, a little teeny bit.
Yeah, I want to. It's just one of those things where it's like,
we'll get to it.
It's tough to find time to watch horror films in free time now. The only one I've watched not for this podcast is Puppet Master.
I can't remember what the last movie I just watched by myself that was a horror movie without it being for this podcast.
And I know Jaws is going to be one we cover fairly soon.
We'll talk about it.
Exactly. So it's just playing the waiting game.
Yeah, it's an iconic scene. I definitely think that the scene in the lake here was definitely trying to be that scene from Jaws.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
You have to apologize, though.
I'm not going to apologize.
Alright, I'm long enough.
Bro, I'm 25 years old. You've had plenty of time to watch Jaws.
Yeah, you shouldn't have insulted me at this age. I'm not willing to take it.
Oh, shit.
I work with you. I'm talking to HR.
Yeah, let me know how that works for you. Never worked for me very well. You know, that kills pretty good. It again, like you brought up the male gaze stuff to it. It definitely feels like it's like, hey, this is our quota for nudity in a movie. You know, it's not all the nudity in a movie, but it kind of feels like that moment. It's like, hey, it's a Friday the 13th movie, so someone has to skinny dip.
Yeah, I gotta say,
whatever. I mean, I don't know.
This might just be me, but like when shit like this happens in movies nowadays, do you just kind of sit back and think like, I'm having a tough time enjoying this like I used to? Like, I don't know if it's just me.
I think it has less to do with just nowadays in general, and more to do with the fact that I'm an adult now.
Well, yeah, I mean just like us growing up. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't mean like this is me too. Like, yes, I mean like that stuff's clearly bad, but I'm not thinking about what the directors are doing if it's not talked about already. I'm just thinking like, as I get older, some of those scenes just like, they feel less necessary to the film. I'm not getting a whole lot more enjoyment as much as like I'm starting to ask questions like, when a scene like this comes up, I ask my questions like, why do I feel like I would do this differently and less distasteful? And it's not about nudity, it's just about like the way it's shot. I always feel just a little off for me.
I mean, it's a scene there because hey, our main audience is male.
Yeah.
And they want to see nudity. And that is not entirely untrue, I would say, for a lot of people, especially in that era when they were going to see slasher movies. I would say nowadays, though, it's a bit tougher to do those kinds of things. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think that because the problem is like this movies in there are some movies in this genre that skirted by, instead of making a genuinely suspenseful and entertaining movie with solid characters that you can get behind, and instead just front loaded it with gore and tits.
Yeah.
So nowadays, like, it feels like in the era that we live in where people are being more vocal about this being kind of not a good thing. I don't want to say it forces people to try harder, but it does feel like we don't
it changes
tokenize.
Criteria.
It changes the way, especially the way that these films utilize women.
I just think it changes the way I'm looking at these films nowadays. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
like
mean, we grew
even
up in a certain
in masterpiece films, like there's a scene very similar to this in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes, and it's very quick.
That's my thing. I feel like that scene's done for nudity, though. We know it's still done for nudity, but like at the same time, like
no nudity in a movie.
It feels so different. It feels so tonally different.
Yeah, I'll still say, like, I mean, I'm gonna defend Nightmare on Elm Street. It's my favorite horror movie.
I think you can easily defend Nightmare.
But the thing with that is, like, yeah, it's definitely there for nudity, but also in context of the scene, it's not. Her being naked is not contrived. She's taking a bath.
Yes, 100%.
Whereas they don't pause the movie for the scene, but like they're like, hey,
it's time
for nudity.
Yeah.
So like her being naked in Nightmare makes sense, and when you do see her naked in Nightmare, it's not like the camera's just absolutely positively just eating it up. Like, it's very quick flashes of nudity. It's over pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Whereas this goes on for a decent amount of time before the kill happens.
Nightmares is done as a way for the story and narrative to transition and things to make sense and things to understand more of this dream world. Yep. This is done as a scene selection on the DVD menu saying, you know what happens here.
Yeah, like, it's there for guys to say, hey, look, tits.
And I'm not saying that Nightmares you can't defend. I think Nightmares you can easily defend way easier. I'm just saying this is why I look at this scene a little differently, in a way where I feel like you could do it differently because I've seen studios do it differently 2 years ago.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of those things where it's just, especially in the genre in the 80s, it just feels like it's checking something off for one thing. It's like, hey, look, skinny dipping scene. Here's our quota. This is part of our quota for nudity for the movie because this is what the men come. This is half of what the men come here to see. They don't come here to see people talk or have intellectual conversations. They come to see people die and people get naked. Yeah. And that's.
And I didn't mean to segue this into a big debate on.
We did this in 4, so
we do it a lot. It's because like sometimes it does feel a little distasteful, and I feel like we kind of have to talk about it if it lingers in us.
Yeah,
this doesn't linger as much. Like 4's is distasteful sometimes. It really is.
4 is also really colored by listening. When I listened to that commentary, it changed my perspective entirely on every scene of that movie that has nudity in it.
But this one, I feel like you could do the scene differently. And I look at it a little differently because I feel like I would want to do it a little different.
It doesn't feel as mean.
For nudity, but it definitely isn't like fucking disrespectful to the woman.
Yeah, it is definitely male gazing. You can't get around that.
It is.
But when you're sitting there watching this, like when you watch some of the stuff that happens in 4, you know certain characters exist entirely to be naked. And again, from listening to the commentary and listening to behind the scenes stuff with the director, it makes it feel much dirtier. Whereas it's like, this is one of those things where it's like the producers are like, hey, this is what we got to do. This is what the franchise is about. And it feels a lot less mean than some of the stuff in 4. So it's easier to get around in this one. And that includes later on in the movie with Robin. It doesn't feel nearly as bad, especially the stuff with Robin, because it is not very long.
Stuff with Robin?
Is it Robin? Is her name Robin? I feel like I'm confusing her with a character from 5. That's like really bad, with the literally camera perfectly there for no other reason, just to show her naked.
Bad.
I thought that was Robin.
The worst to me.
I thought that was Robin. I thought that was Robin.
Is this movie.
Okay, I can't remember what her name was, but
I knew I was gonna forget some of them. I don't.
The nudity.
I don't care.
The nudity in this movie, while at times again it feels male gazy, it doesn't feel nearly as dirty and gross as 4 and 5 could feel.
Yeah.
So it does kind of, it sits in the back of my mind. I do feel it while I'm watching it, but I'm also sitting there saying, like, again, this is playing into the genre tropes at the time. You know, this is well deep into the slasher genre, where we've established that this is what happens in slasher films, and that's what they were doing at the time. So it could have been worse. I mean, hey, again, like, this is something that happens in Jaws. Steven Spielberg fucking did this scene. I'll say it is a little bit more in your face, I'd probably say, in this than it is in Jaws.
Yeah.
But it is a very similar scene in Jaws. So
I know they've done it again too in Friday.
You can dunk on this, or we're gonna dunk on this. We're not gonna go dunk on Steven Spielberg. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
So,
regardless, the drowned death. Give it a rating.
That's 6.5. It's fine.
I give it a 5. It's whatever.
It's just fine.
I don't really care much for it. I like the build up.
I like the build up a lot.
Yeah.
I think maybe
you know what? I'll give it a 6 because it's right after the death of the boyfriend, and I like the way the actress sells it. I think the actress does a good job as this character. She's funny. She's likable. I really think they do a good job.
Also, I think it's really good that she sees Michael's dead body. Not Michael. What the fuck am I saying? Russell's dead body, and she doesn't run into the shore because she probably is. I mean, it's a little bit of inferencing, but she's probably assuming that the killer's on the shore, so she stays in the water.
Yeah.
Too bad. He wasn't on the shore anymore, but she actually kind of makes a good decision. It just happens to be that Jason has teleportation powers. So, yes, it's fine. It's fine, kill.
So how do you feel about the character?
Again, like their dynamic is kind of just there. As far as the characters in the movie are concerned, like they don't leave a huge like Russell leaves a huge impression just because he's an asshole. I don't think she really leaves a giant impression, for me at least.
This watch through, I feel like she leaves more of an impression. She makes jokes like, when I saw the size of your giant wallet, she makes the joke about that.
Yeah.
She's talking to the other girls because Ben and his girlfriend are fighting. And that stuff feels more real, and I like it. I think it's pretty cool. But it's not a great character by any means, but I think the small character stuff in these movies is what like drives me through, and like, I do really like this stuff, and that's one of them.
Yeah. Also, did I miss, because we're gonna get to them soon anyways, but did I miss the reason why Ben and his girlfriend are fighting? Because honestly, I was confused.
I think it's assumed, but I'm pretty sure it's because he cheated on her.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like they don't really.
I feel like,
from what I remember, they don't explain. They don't come out and say, "Hey, he did this. This is why I'm mad at him."
Yeah, well, when they talk about it in the film, I think it's easy to infer that. But I feel like when I was watching it, I'm like, "Oh, I know it's because he cheated on her, and that's what happens." But when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, "You don't say that, though. You're not telling me he actually did that." But I think it is pretty easy to assume with the dialogue.
Maybe it's just I'm sitting and watching them arguing, and then they just kind of make up, and I'm like,
I feel like if a guy goes up to a girl and says, "What do you want to do? Punch me in the face?" It's like, I think it's fair to assume that he cheated on her. It's not like he fucking ran over her dog or something, and he goes like, "What do you want to do? Punch me in the face?" Yeah, I fucking killed your dog. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know really what, like, again, like it is a bit of inferring because they really don't say anything about it. It is inferring. And the there's no cut scene that fills in that blank either.
No.
So it's kind of just one of those things where it's like, I guess they wanted to have two characters at odds for some reason.
Yeah.
But you'd think that they would have them at odds so that one of them can storm off and die. But then they make up and have sex in the van, and then they split up while doing that and then die. So the whole like dramatic subplot between them doesn't make sense. It's just kind of there.
It is just there. It's definitely an assumed thing.
Yeah.
We're going to get to Ben very soon.
Very soon.
The next death is, we've talked about being one of the meanest kills in the franchise.
Oh my God.
It's Maddie.
Poor girl.
It's the girl who is fighting with her best friend.
She wants to bang the stoner douchebag.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, she gets all prettied up for it, and then she gets chased around relentlessly too. Like, it's not even like she dies quickly. Like, she like continuously chased. Well, not chased, but like kind of cornered around this barn. Yeah, it's a really well done sequence.
Yeah, it is. It's a very well done sequence.
It's really depressing because she didn't deserve it. No. It's not the meanest kill in the series, but it's close. No. It's close.
What would you give it?
See, the build-up is so good, and the chase is so good, and there's a real depressing emotional component to it because you're just like, this girl deserves better than this. But the kill itself is kind of just okay.
Really? I love it. I love it because of the scream, though.
Yeah, it's not something that really sticks out in my mind. Other than the fact that it's just like this poor girl got stuffed out for no fucking reason.
You are right. It's just the way that it's shot in the performances that I love. With his hands, one busting out to grab her, and the next with a scythe, you're like, well, fuck, dude. That's awesome.
It is pretty cool.
It's not like you don't see her get killed or anything, but I just think the way it's shot is so well done.
I can't remember if that has any more to it or not. I can't remember if that was one of the cutscenes or not, if they had anything
It's
more
cut,
to
but it's cut for a different reason. I don't think you don't see her die, if I remember, but you see the build up to that scene being very different.
Yeah,
I'm glad that was cut though. I like the way she dies better than in the cutscene.
Yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for scythe related shit.
Yeah.
Because I love that kind of. It's not. This movie doesn't take place in October, but that shit reminds me of harvesting in October. So, and it's in a barn, kind of. No, not kind of. It's in a barn.
Yeah.
So, oh man, fuck.
I just love Friday stuff in a barn too. I just feel like it fits very well.
Eight.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. It sounds sacrilegious, not a lot goes on, but the way it's performed and everything leading to it, I just think it's done very well.
It's nice to be able to be not happy about a kill, but like to praise a kill in this franchise. That most of the reason why it's good is because of the character.
I agree.
It really is a throwback. Like my idea, like two of the meanest kills in the franchise are two of like the most endearing characters in the franchise, and that is Mark and her.
I agree.
So it's like it's really depressing to watch her die, but because you're kind of behind her because you feel bad for her, it makes the kill stronger.
Do you think she's the most endearing character in this movie besides Tina?
I really like the love interest. I really like him.
There's one other character.
I would say out of the
like.
other teenagers, I would say no.
There's more than you think. Like there's stereotypes, but they're kind of fun.
I have a feeling I'm worried to know which character you think's more endearing.
Okay, we'll find out.
I'm worried to know because I feel like it's the character I really don't like in this movie. This past watch.
It'd be kind of funny.
There's one line with him that I like, and the rest of it I hate. So we'll get there.
Maddie as a character, though, I think she's really likable. She's really endearing. I have a lot of fun with her. Whenever she's on screen, she's the most polite to Tina. And
I just like I really like underdogs, and she's the underdog in the movie.
Yeah, I think she's great.
She just gets fucking spat on for being an underdog too. Yeah. I mean, they all die anyways. Really,
I like the kind of subversion of it. She's, if anything, the virgin of the story too. So.
Yeah, and she's I mean, obviously Tina is.
Yes, but
probably hasn't had sex.
Yeah.
Considering she's been in an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Rob Zombie insane asylum, then you never know.
Yeah, we're getting past this. So
we're gonna cut that.
Cool.
We're definitely gonna cut that out. Yeah. That was a bad joke, but also true.
No. Yeah, I'm not cutting it out because it is true. Fuck. Rob Zombie. Next kill, Ben. Theatrical. Just give me a rating. Theatrical. Head crushed in. Boom.
I'd still give it a 7.5.
You're very nice. I give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I would still give it a 7.5 because I like the build up to it.
You know what? I'll give it a 7 because the actor does a good job with Scream 2.
Yeah, I think he does a pretty good job, and I think the sound design for it, as little of it as we get, is pretty decent. So, yeah. I do like that. That sequence.
Now the cutscene.
Oh, fucking absolute banger. Probably 9.5, 10 out of 10. It's one of the best kills in the franchise. If it was actually
totally agree.
Movie.
It's so good.
If it was
Watermelon head bop.
If it was in the movie, it would be borderline the best kill in the franchise. It'd be up there.
It's so fucking good.
It's so depressing that that's not the full scene.
Now, Ben is a character.
He's fine. I mean, he's fine. Like again, we discussed like his existence in the movie with his girlfriend is just to have characters arguing.
I think they have a good chemistry though.
After they get back together, they're kind of fun together.
Yeah, they're cute. I love.
But then they die.
Yeah.
So for most of the movie, like they're arguing over something we don't fucking know about. So it feels like we're sitting there witnessing an argument. I mean, it's kind of realistic. Like if we're from our point of view, we're other people at the party and we show up in the middle of something. We don't know what's going on. We're not part of this friend group. We don't know. They're not going to tell us.
That's why I like this movie with the characters. Stereotypes are not like, it feels like a good setting. Like characters coming for a person that isn't there, the dynamics would be very different, very, dynamic in general.
Yeah.
It's very skewed with perspectives. Things happen that, I don't know what happened. Why the fuck are they fighting? We'll figure it out as it goes along, or we won't.
But then we don't.
I think that's neat. It is cool.
It's just sad to me because it seems like a lot of the identity of those two characters is tied to that kind of them being at odds, and us not actually getting the full picture for that makes any kind of arc that they would have had mean nothing. Like them resolving it together means nothing.
Yeah, it also doesn't help the fact that like after that happens, they're fucking dead. Like Jason's over here like, I hope you're having fun. Are they fucking? Okay, it's game time. Like
exactly. And it's like they're really fun together when they make up. But again, like literally in 5 fucking minutes after they make up, they're dead. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But individually, like I like the girl.
Yeah. Separately.
Like I like her. I like him fine enough separately too. Together, they have about 2 minutes of screen time where I genuinely understand what's going on, because the rest of the time I have no idea what the fuck's going on with them.
Yeah. So that's that. Next kill is the girlfriend with the party horn in the eye.
That, I'm not gonna lie, I really like that kill.
Do you? Give me a rating.
I like the cut version better.
It is better. I don't think it needs to be in the movie, but
I like the concept of that kill a lot. I think it's really funny. As executed in the actual movie though, a 7.
I give it a 6.
I just like the idea of that.
The sound
a lot. Yeah.
I just like the sound really.
But like if we got the full version of it, that's probably an 8. I really like that kill a lot.
I would give it a 7 with the full version. I still don't. I'm not over the moon about it, but I totally get why you like it.
Yeah, I just think that's really funny.
Yeah.
That's that kind of shit makes me laugh really hard.
So we already talked about Kate as a character. You like her a lot. I think she's a fun character. Also feel the same way. You don't get enough with her though, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Next character, David, pot smoker. You hate him, don't you?
Nope.
You don't?
He's not the one that I hate.
No, I just feel like you don't like him. I know you talked about him.
He's just kind of whatever, dude. Like again, like we talked about how like a lot of these are really stereotypical. He's just a fucking stoner douche. Like he's just there. And it's irritating. I don't know. From his perspective, I guess it doesn't matter any port in a storm. But like it's so mean. Like, maybe my opinion of him is so colored poorly because of Maddie, and me being like, come on, man, you're an asshole. But like at the same time, it's like
it's worse with the cutscene though, because he's literally an asshole to her.
Yeah.
If you don't have that scene, he never sees her.
Yeah. So it's not. I can't get mad about a scene that's not actually in the movie.
Yeah.
He's just one of those characters. Like he's just filling a character.
He's just filling a quota.
Yeah. He's just he's the guy who smokes all the fucking joints and has all the weed and fucking shotguns beers and spills them all over the place.
There's one line he delivers that I think is genuinely funny.
Which one?
When they're talking about like, can you make me a sandwich? Get your own sandwich. Like, me caveman. Me
okay, yeah,
hungry. Like that shit's funny to me.
No,
I'm like
me caveman go procure food or whatever.
Also,
me caveman hunter gatherer.
Yeah, that shit's really funny.
His
delivery's so funny.
It's actually kind of cute.
It is
with them, but I also don't like the girl because of the way she acts towards Maddie, because she's supposed to be her friend.
But
we'll get to that.
I will also say, their scene together is clearly a sex scene for nudity.
Yeah, it's straight up there because hey, sex time.
It is probably, don't hold it against me, I think the best sex scene in the Friday franchise.
It's one of the more tasteful ones for sure.
It's tasteful. It's meant to show characters being together. It has a reason to have nudity, but it also fills a quota.
There's also not that much. Like you briefly see things.
Yeah.
It's not super duper
I sound like fucking perfect, but like I love the way it's done. I think it's really fucking tastefully done.
It's well filmed. It is well filmed. Lit. I don't know. I don't want to say like it's well filmed. It's well lit. Like I'm sitting here like analyzing every frame of the sex scene.
You're over here with like a fucking monocle. Like I don't want to speak for the others, but I am a booby connoisseur. Like, like that. It's hard to talk about it like that. I think out of the way you could have done the movie, they do a good job with this.
You could have very easily taken that scene and made it super duper gratuitous, and I don't think it is.
Well, compare it to like the remake. You know what I mean?
Oh my god! Every single scene of nudity in the fucking remake is gratuitous.
Yeah.
There is not a tasteful moment in that fucking movie.
So when you
it knows it.
Really good.
Yeah, it looks way better. But yeah, it's definitely one of those movies where it's another thing with the franchise. Again, it's the franchise. It's like, hey, someone's gonna fuck. We're gonna show it. It is what it is. You know, you could again talk all day about how it's male gazy. It is. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be. It's directed. They're all directed by males. It's gonna be male gazy. I would say that it's probably one of the more respectful ones, though.
The person that brought up to me saying like, I wonder what a Friday film would be like, directed by a woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. It will never happen.
I think it kind of happened with 78.
Yeah, technically.
Well, not technically, but kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it is as close to that as I think we're ever gonna get. Because if we ever get another Friday the 13th movie, it's gonna be directed by a man. Let's be real.
Yeah.
So,
David's death, I think, is pretty whatever.
It's just one of those things.
I would literally give it like a 4 out of 10 because it's so
it merely exists.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4 out of 10 is probably 4.5. It's not like it's poorly handled. It's just boring. So.
Well, with the way Maddie's treated in the movie, and like she's more sympathetic, and like the scene followed with him having like kind of a love sex scene with the girl. You should be more tied to this character, so the death should be a little bit more impactful. So I feel like they kind of dropped the ball a bit. So that's why I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.
I mean, the literal execution of the kill itself is it just exists. It's there. Yeah. It's not like it's a poorly edited kill. It's not. I mean, it is edited the way it was going to be edited. It just
the best thing about the kill is the aftermath when you get his head. That's it. That's
actually a really good reveal.
But that's not part of the kill. I give it a 4 out of 10 because it should be better. They should have done something different.
Again, it just merely exists.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about a crazy kill or something, but something different. This just felt
I agree.
In there last minute. Now after him, we're gonna go not to Robin, the girl, but Eddie, which is the sci-fi writer.
I fucking hate him.
You hate him?
I fucking hate him.
Why do you hate him?
He's just so irritating. Every time he opens his mouth, he has nothing good to say until literally he's about to die. When he's opening the cards and the presents, that shit's funny.
Oh, it's really funny.
Everything else that he says in the entire movie, I fucking hate all of it.
That fucking line where he goes, personal penis enlarger, and he does a thing with the magnifying glass.
Yeah,
that shit is so fucking funny.
That stuff is really funny.
That might be the funniest joke I've ever seen in a Friday movie, because the way he sells it, he's just like, really?
Yeah, I think that stuff is really funny. Everything else that involves him, I hate. He's such a grating presence in this movie. He's my least favorite character in the movie, easily.
I think the stuff with Melissa makes him way more sympathetic than you do.
I don't care. Like I have nothing to endear him to me for me to give a shit about him when he gets turned down like that from Melissa. Like there's nothing about him that I like, and he's a character I should relate to a lot more than I do because he's a writer, and he's so annoying with his pontificating about his writing. It's really just irritating.
I don't know. I know a guy who's very similar to this. I don't mean to sound rude. Like this, the dude I know is very similar to this guy. So like, I feel more sympathetic because like this character feels like someone I would meet in real life.
Yeah.
And like the shit that goes down to him, I do feel genuinely bad.
Yeah, I mean, I have no doubt.
He is definitely annoying in the film.
I have no doubt that he's a character that it would be a person that would be real. You know, I could meet that person on the street. I could meet that guy at a convention. I have no doubt about that. That doesn't mean I like him. I think he's fucking terrible. It's not the actor's fault. It's not the actor's fault. The material is bad. Like every time he opens his mouth with a new idea for a fucking movie or sci-fi or a story or whatever, I'm just like, shut your fucking mouth. Just shut up. I don't want to hear
or some stupid.
Because it's like, I don't want to compare it to like, it's Big Bang Theory kind of shit. It's like, this is what a nerd sounds like. It's just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like I know that there's people who exist like this, but it's not. A lot of it's played for laughs, and it's not funny to me. I don't find it funny. So every time he opens his mouth, I'm just like, this is stupid. This is a waste of time for me. Like,
I don't think it's every time. I think it's the stuff at the party, but his scene with Melissa where he genuinely goes like, I thought you liked me. And she's like, well, I didn't, but I gave you a chance. He's like, why would you lie like that? Like, that's so fucking heartbreaking. The delivery where he goes like, why would you lie? He sounds like a little kid who just got fucking like his heart broken.
That shit's fine, but to me, when they turn it around at the end with the fucking line about how he handles rejection because he's been rejected by all these fucking magazines, it kills it. Absolutely murders that scene for me.
I don't think so.
It does. It removes for me the effectiveness of any kind of drama. That I mean, again, at the same time though, like that scene working for me predicates on me having any kind of endearment to that character, and I have none. Like, I just don't care for the character at all. So
I mean, I don't like him beforehand, but I feel
objectively, what Melissa does to him is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. Like, objectively, she's an asshole, and too bad for him. But I just don't care for the character, so I don't get super invested in what happens to him. So it doesn't bother me. I was worried that was the guy. You were just like, I fucking love this character.
I don't love him. I think it's very sympathetic for what happens to him, where it's like, regardless of not like, he very much is a dude who's he's not very good at his craft. He gets shit on a lot. And the cutscene obviously showcases that line before, which is to foreshadow the shit with Melissa. Yeah. But it's not in the movie. And the stuff with Melissa is genuinely bad because she's using him this entire time, and he's only playing along to get with her. She turns the car and be like, well, I never fucking cared about you. I was hoping Nick would come back. And he just seems like he's just fucking shot down terribly. And I think the way that it's played out with the way the actor sells it is really good. I don't love him, but I think that makes him sympathetic right before his death. Then he dies, and that sucks. But now, besides the character, how do you feel about the death?
Great, because he's dead.
Really? You're gonna, okay, give me a rating for his death.
Fucking 10 out of 10. Fucking dead. Honestly, I don't even remember.
Cuts his neck. Goes by and slices the neck. It's better in the cut in the cut version.
The cut version, yeah, that's right. I'm remembering now. Fucking 5.
His head comes back into play where he's on the fucking plant and she sends the plant.
I like that shit. But I'd say the kill itself is just kind of there, so I'll probably give it like a 5.5.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 6, only because I like the scene in general.
10 out of 10 for retribution, 5.5 for actual kill. I really just don't like that character.
You're fucking something different today.
That's fine.
The next death is Robin.
So, we talked about the cut death. This death isn't bad. I just think it's a kind of a replay of an earlier kill in the franchise that is handled much better. Because she gets thrown out the window. And what the fuck was that?
I'm on a main street, dude. I got nothing else to say.
I thought it sounded like a voice. It sounded like a fucking poltergeist went through your room.
That'd be way more interesting than some fucking asshole on a shitty car. Like,
it scared the shit out of me. I thought it sounded like a man's voice to me through your your microphone. You should see
a therapist. But yeah, Robin's death, I think uneventful.
It's one of those ones where it just happens.
I would literally give it a 4 out of 10 because it means so nothing.
Yeah, I would go as far as to give it a 4.5. It's just it's fine in execution. It's fine.
I think it could be better in execution.
Actually, no. If I say it's fine, it should be at least a 5. So, I guess 5. It's one of those kills that's kind of just there. The cut version of it, much better.
See, that's why I give it a 4. You shouldn't compare it. I understand that it's not fair.
That's
but like,
I'm trying not to do that.
But the thing is, like, it feels unoriginal. It feels stale, and it feels like it's not necessary. And the cut kill shows that they didn't want to do it that way, and that's shown with how it plays out in the movie. It's an aftermath. It's kind of matter.
It's kind of funny too, because I'm sure it was changed for ratings version for ratings reasons, but like, really, honestly, they don't show that much. Yeah. It's not that overly bloody or gory, honestly.
Should have paid off the fucking committee, man. Gotten that R rating with all that shit in there.
It must have just been, it must have just been like, hey, either cut this out and redo it, or you have to cut this kill that you really want. Kind of like part 4, where they were like cutting a lot of shit around because they wanted to keep the death of Jason as intact as possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It as the kill itself stands on its own, it's fine. So I'll give it a 5. It just exists. It's not poorly executed. It's just not interesting in comparison to what it could have been. And then if you bring the other one into the cut version of it into the equation, it's way fucking better. The cut version's way better.
I say the cut version's like an 8
but
out of 10.
you would have to restructure certain things a little bit in order to make it make sense, or you could just say fuck it, like 4 did. But
if you had to give a rating for the cut version, what would you do?
I think 8's pretty good one. Pretty good rating for it.
Next one is the mom impaled at the back. You don't see it except in like the vision, really. I think that's a pretty mean-spirited kill too.
It is quite mean, but it's also completely in character. I like it. I like it and I don't like it. But the reason I don't like it has nothing to do with the actual quality of the kill. It's just because I fucking hate the Doctor character. We'll get
it's there. Such a... But that's why it's a good kill. But it's because why it makes you hate that asshole so much more.
Yeah. I give it a 7.5.
I will give it an 8 for effectiveness.
It's as a tool for the story, it really works pretty well.
Actually, you know what? I'll give it a 7.5 because in the movie, it's not as effective as it could have been.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think 7.5 is pretty on point. The cutscene, I would give it like an 8.5.
Yeah, it's much better.
All right.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy though, because 4, like, they totally were like, we're not gonna kill the mom on screen. We're not gonna do that. 7's like, fuck you and your mother. We're killing her on screen.
I like this mom way better than 4's mom too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, she feels more. I like them both a lot.
She just feels more real.
It's a bit different with the dire circumstances that Tina goes through. She has more to do.
Yes.
As a character, but the other one's like, she's endearing as a mom. Like, she feels like a perfectly good mom.
Yeah. Just like I said, more material, more to do.
It's just kind of funny. Like, this franchise went from not killing no parents to fuck your mom. I'm killing her now. So yeah, I think that kill's pretty good. I do think that the cut version is stronger for sure. I would agree with your rating, 8.5.
Next one is the Doctor.
Fuck him. Thank God he dies.
You said that you hate
cut
Eddie
version's
the most
better
out of any of the characters. This is why I'm saying that's not possible. You can't tell me you hate Eddie more than the fucking.
Okay, so it's fine. We'll rephrase. He's the worst teenager.
Okay.
Or if they're teenagers. I think they're teenagers. I don't know. Some of them look old.
You hate Eddie more than Melissa?
Yes. Because I enjoy watching Melissa, even though she's a piece of shit.
Okay, buddy.
I enjoy the actress's performance better.
Doctor's death, then. The Doctor.
So the Doctor's death, I want to say perfect, but the cut version's way better, so it's not perfect.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have the same hit.
It's just that knowing that his death was extremely painful makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I would say
the actor does a bad job selling the kill too.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. I would probably give it like a 7.5.
Yeah, he hinders it. I say the cut version is like an 8.5.
Yeah, the cut version's really good, and it's very satisfying to watch, considering how much of a fucking garbage human being that character is.
Yeah, he's a fucking terrible
Like when he
shit.
grabs
he's
the
the worst
mom
human character I think in the Friday franchise. Maybe
100% easily.
We'd have to think about it. I'd like to say 100%, but you really might have to think about it.
Yeah, we'd really have to think about that. I don't know.
Maybe it's a good
I think that,
question to pose.
but I would say it's definitely a safe bet.
Yeah.
But
Off
when
the
he
top of my head, I would say so.
when he grabs the mother and throws her in front of Jason and kills her, I was just like, that's like a stand out of my seat and start yelling kind of moment. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah. It happened when I was a teenager. I was watching with like 2 other people, and they all just got fucking so mad at that scene. Like, fuck this guy. Like,
Yeah, because it's like he's an
ass.
He's an asshole the entire time.
Yeah. He lies. He manipulates.
He lies. He's using her for his own research purposes, not trying to rehabilitate her. So he's a piece of shit. Yeah, so like, don't get me wrong. He's an asshole the entire time. That moment takes it to a different fucking level.
Oh,
though.
absolutely.
And when he dies, honestly, could have made it worse.
That's the I agree.
So I kind of wish the tent stake came back into play because he hit it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Like
and
he fell and like his arm got in the stake or something.
Yeah, it's an important thing though for Tina to find it, because it tips her off that she knows she's not crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, he's a piece of shit. Fuck him. So yes, I'll rephrase. He is the worst teenager. He is the worst character.
Yes. The final character death. My favorite death in the movie. Melissa. It's
dude,
so
I think I texted you or Snapchatted you right after that scene, and I just started laughing. I was laughing my ass off.
It is
because she's
so
like,
funny.
Fuck you. Opens the door. Right through the head, grabbed, thrown over the goddamn television. Oh my so god, good. That's funny.
And the cutscene's a little better, but
a little bit. It's not like it doesn't change
death.
Yeah, it doesn't change it so significantly that I'm just like so mad that it wasn't in the movie. But my god, is it so satisfying.
10 out of 10. My favorite 100%. Kill in this movie. One of
so
my favorite kills
funny.
In general. It's so good.
Because she's a piece of shit the entire movie. She's an asshole the entire time.
Nobody I know would say, let's bully her for being in an institute.
Yeah, like, that's my thing.
So fucked.
I can get away with her. She's just an annoying preppy, popular girl. But once she does the whole you were in an institute joke on her, I'm like, you are actually a terrible human being.
That is like 80s high school bully level, which obviously.
And I'll sit here and be like, hey, you know what? It's probably good that you didn't live to reproduce, because I don't want more of you in this world. Yeah, I mean, in the 80s, it's like, hey, Monster Squad.
Why is fat kid so fat?
Why is fat kid so fat? Yeah.
Horace.
My name's Horace.
Dude,
yeah.
We don't make bullies like we used to in the 80s.
Yeah, dude. Fucking crazy.
Well,
yeah, no. Melissa's death's so satisfying. So good. Not a death, but we should talk about it anyways. The fight between Tina and Jason.
Awesome. I would do nothing differently.
Absolutely not. Nothing. I can't think of a single thing.
The mask cracking, the fall through the stairs, even the characters trying to walk around, get around the stairs. Her trying to wake up Nick when he gets knocked out, when she drags him down under.
Dude,
when
he fucking they like swing the fucking light and it smashes him in the head and he falls backwards and through the stairs. When the first time I saw this movie, that was a straight up gasp moment. Like that stunt is so good. That's so fucking good.
Also, just more
the firewalk.
More proof that Jason Voorhees is the densest fucking being in the world.
Yeah, because he absolutely just falls backwards and absolutely tanks a flight of stairs.
Heavy set.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's just waterlogged, bro.
Bulking, nothing.
Absolutely, he's absolutely waterlogged from being in that lake for a long time.
It's funny too because he's just got his bones showing. It's like, I can see your bones, my friend. Why are you so heavy?
It's pure muscle, bro. Pure muscle. Everything. Not an inch of fat on him. That went first. The fish ate that first. that entire fight is really satisfying.
Like we talked about before, hottest performance where he's actually using his face to emote his like how he feels during this shit, which you don't get enough of with Jason, especially unmasked. When the nails go in his head and he's fucking pissed off, he rips them out.
Yeah.
Like you see him kill people and it's like, yeah, whatever, there it is, like, fuck these kids. But when you see him, that face just says, like, I can't wait to fucking murder you. It's so
because a lot of the big jokes about Ken Hodder's Jason is that he's a very big, like, he's very breathy guy. Like, his shoulders are always going. He's breathing really heavy. He's like, I'm fucking mad all the time. And it's like, all that's kind of funny in the other movies because you can't see his face.
Yeah.
But once the mask comes off and you see him fucking breathing hard with his like just emoting his pure fucking fury.
Yeah.
It changes the game completely. He's absolutely terrifying.
You'll never see him this angry unmasked ever again. Like,
no, you won't.
So
you won't see him. You won't see him. You will see him unmasked again, but it will not look nearly as good. But yeah, oh my god, that whole fight, the firewalk too, is really good. The firewalk is really
longest stunt with somebody on fire in Hollywood history.
Yeah, is that the one where he burnt himself, or is that before?
So.
Yeah, I remember. So. I know he had severe burns on his hands. That's why he wears gloves all the time. I couldn't remember if that was for this or if it was for another movie that he did before he was Jason.
I would have to assume if it's the longest fire stunt in history. Like,
his documentary, I think, is on Shudder, and I've been meaning to watch it. I probably have the answer if I watched it, but I haven't watched it yet. To hell and back. Yeah. Oh man, well, there was another part of the fight that I really wanted to talk about too. It is pretty cool watching him fucking tank gunshots too.
Yeah.
Something we will see.
It is something
later
funny, knowing like whenever he doesn't kill someone, it's like, cause Nick shoots at him and he just fucking pushes him and knocks him out. It's like
he just throws him into the boat.
To be fair, you should have ripped his heart out. Like, I've seen you do it. Why are you just pushing him? Like, is he that much of a non-threat?
Maybe I'm also glad that you didn't.
Like, maybe it's like a threat level thing. Like, that guy came at him with a fucking shovel and he's like, well, I felt pain. I ripped your heart out. Maybe the gunshots, he's like, well, I don't feel anything. I'll give him a little tug. I don't know. But
yeah,
I sit there and I'm like, I don't want Nick to die, but you have no reason not to kill the man. I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I was watching him. Like, I honestly didn't remember if he lived or not when I finished the movie. So I was watching the movie and we got to the finale and I was literally expecting he fired the gun. I was expecting that's it, he's dead. Yeah. And he didn't die, and I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, I always remember because it's
maybe he was just shoving him out of the way and saying like, well, I gotta focus on Tina. Tina's the threat. But
maybe
I don't know.
That's the best thing I would think about.
Another really good part of the fight, or when they encounter each other, is when she fucking rips down the electrical line and shocks the fuck out of him. And he falls
fucking
face
hanging
first.
Him too.
Yeah, but he falls face first into that puddle of water. It's fucking absolutely merciless stunt. Yeah, I fucking love the throwdown, man. People joke about this movie being, the Carrie versus Jason thing. They were running out of ideas apparently.
Well, that's why the movie was made, is because they wanted the versus film, and they couldn't do Freddy yet. But
yeah, I'm sorry, it's fire. I don't give a fuck. That shit's fun. It's just
the throwdown in this movie also 10 times better than the throwdown in Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, easily, fucking easily. It's not a fucking martial arts fight for no goddamn reason.
I mean, to be fair, that movie's very of its time.
That movie's dumb, but it's entertaining.
But this one.
But no, this is actually legitimately like I actually like really enjoy watching this movie, and the throwdown at the end is the throwdown at the end is a big part of why. Like, the throwdown is really entertaining.
So it's easy to say this is still our top 4. Nothing has changed besides the placement of these films, but these 4 are still our 4 favorite. Would you agree? 2, 4, 6, and 7.
Two, 6, 7, 4.
You like 7 more than 4.
I'm starting to.
I think I like you a little bit more today.
Yeah, I'm starting to think so. That might, maybe my opinion of that might change tomorrow. I don't know. That's just off the cuff.
Buddy.
But just talking about this movie is reminding me how much I actually really just enjoy watching this movie. Because it's not 4's fault technically.
No,
it's if I didn't watch that commentary and didn't paint that movie so dirtily to me, I probably wouldn't have said what I just said.
I think 4 is a better movie than
it does hurt. I think 4 is the best made movie in the franchise, easily. It has the director that is probably the most sure of himself in the entire franchise. It also happens to have one of the biggest assholes for a director, and it kind of taints the movie. So it sucks. It's sad because I really, really, really loved 4 for the longest time.
And it's tough too because a lot of people love 4. It really hurts when you're the one guy being like, I just like these other ones better. Like if I walked up to someone and said, hey, I think part 7's better than 4, I might have to get into a fist fight that night, but whatever. I'm gonna
could be worse. You could say 9's better.
I'm not gonna lie to him. But yeah, I would say even this is some shit, but like 6, 7, 2, 4. Like I just love 7 for so much enjoyability, so much fun. Hodder's best performance, the best design for Jason. There's so much to enjoy, so many great fun characters, endearing, just disrespectful, disgusting. There's so much variety in this film.
So did 7 move up for you, or has it always been 6?
I would say it's so tough. The only one that for sure before watching this was 6 was number 1.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the only thing that hasn't changed. But like 2, 4, and 7, they're pretty close to interchangeable. I'd say 7 usually would be at the end, but I'd say I like 7 more than 4 now.
Yeah.
I mean, watching 4 again, the only character I like more is like the guy who gets his head crushed.
I love Chris McClever.
I've always liked him though. He doesn't decrease.
But again, it's like, is it because of the character or is it because Chris McClever?
Yeah. So. I think just with rewatchability, I'm saying, what am I getting more out of this film compared to my last run through of this? And I like a lot more of the chemistries. I like a lot more of the characters in 7 than last time I remembered. Like, Tina's so fucking good in the movie. The actress is actually crying, working her ass off. She's doing a fantastic job.
The final girl is really good in this movie.
So good. And
taking her telekinesis.
It's just Carrie. That's such a discrediting. This fucking actress does a fantastic job.
Rewatch Carrie. Carrie's mom's a bad mom.
Yeah.
So, no, not Carrie. But you know, the kind of funny thing is like how hard I dunked on like the character of Eddie in 7. You know, I fucking hate him. I would rather watch Eddie than the best friend character from 4.
Yeah, fuck
Chris McClever's
Ted is the worst.
So I would because I just don't like this type of character in general. And for Eddie, like I don't like that type of character. I find him irritating, and it's a fucking stereotype of geek culture, and I find it annoying.
Mike takes it very personal.
No, it's not as bad.
I'm not a fucking loser.
God damn it, I like sci-fi too. God fucking damn it, I'm not sitting here pontificating about bullshit the entire fucking time. Like I'm fucking Denis Villeneuve.
You're over here watching the movie, and Eddie shows up and like, hey, this is about me.
I almost made a joke when you were saying that someone kind of like Eddie. I'm like, don't fucking at me, bro. Don't at me right fucking now. No, I know, but like even I would rather sit down and watch Eddie than listen to that character from 4 say dead fuck one more fucking time.
Yeah, easily.
And I used to fucking find dead fuck so funny. And then I grew to fuck up. And now it's really annoying. And the only person that makes it funny is Chris McClever.
Yeah.
And again, like my love for Chris McClever's character in 4 probably has more to do with just Chris McClever than the character. But at the same time, though, I will say one of the more endearing parts of 4 that kind of like has it, I don't know, maybe it's a higher than 7, maybe it's not. Like Chris McClever does kind of change that for me because he gets so fucking beaten down by his friend the entire time, and he's the one who gets the girl.
Yeah.
So that makes me really happy. He dies after that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's kind of nice to see him kind of get the girl.
Subplots in 4 are better than the subplots in 7.
Because it's a similar idea with the guy, the 2 falling in love in 4 too. I really like them.
I really like them.
So like that kind of like two like budding romances kind of endears that movie a little bit more.
4 is a better movie through and through. All the subplots are
But
pretty
seven goes above, honestly, because of Tina. Yes. 7 is above 4.
Tina's a way better protagonist.
I love Tommy Jarvis in 4. I love him so much. I think he's awesome. Yes, I love them so much. They're great. But Tina is a really strong character. I really like her, and I like the actress a lot.
I would almost say Tina might be the best protagonist.
She's one of them for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely up there.
I'm biased. I like Ginny, but I would say that if you actually put tit for tat the actual plot line together, Tina is probably one of the more objectively like better characters in the franchise. So I think I just like Amy Steele a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Ginny so much. But yeah, it's kind of wild having a character like her where she's actually like got a thought out backstory and trauma that she's dealing with for the movie. The whole point that the reason why she's at Crystal Lake is the fact that she's dealing with her trauma. So it's like it's kind of wild to actually be like, hey, it's satisfying that she kind of gets a character arc and she kind of finishes out in a better place than she started, even though her fucking mother's dead. Yeah. But like, hey, she's with a guy that she likes and she's alive. Thank God she's alive. She took down Jason.
What she did years and years ago.
Yeah, because in her mind, at least, who knows if it actually happened or not, but
her father saving her is her father forgiving her.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's something. It does end an actual character arc, which is more than a lot of the movies in this franchise can say.
I agree.
Other than maybe 6. So
I don't want to cut this off, but we've been going really long. So
yeah, I know.
And just final thoughts about the movie. Try to make it as quick as you can be.
7 is really good. It all you people out there who don't like 7, go fuck yourself.
Yes,
I'm kidding.
Yes, literally go fuck yourself, but also rewatch it, reevaluate it.
Please.
Try to see something differently. I think you'll like it more this time around.
View it,
then
and
go
actually
fuck yourself if you still don't like it.
Yeah, pay attention to the characters and actually like try to have a good time. Don't take this as fucking Shakespeare. It's a fun time at the movies. I would have to give this 8.5.
That's fair.
I think that's probably around where it should be in my ranking. I honestly don't remember the scores. Scores are arbitrary. I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I love 7. I think to give it a rating, to be fast about it, I'd give it a 9. I think it's pretty on par with the other films I've mentioned. 7 is really the idea behind enjoying a franchise, progressing forward with the last film entry and making something new that sets you apart from it, but also continues the tone, the fun, the animosity, and just really taking it to another step in a different direction. This one's not about the character work that's been grounded with 6. It's more about the fucking machine that Jason Voorhees has become. And how you deal with that with a character that's going through trauma, that's trying to understand herself versus an unstoppable killing machine. Yes, it's not Shakespeare. It's nothing close to it, but at the same time, when you boil down the stories, it's still very easily digestible. It's still very good. And most importantly, it's entertaining as hell. It's a lot of fun. And if you're trying to sit down and have fun with the movie, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. That's all you can ask for. There is more meat to dig into. There's some fun subplots. There's some fun characters. There's some shitty characters, justifiably so. But sit down, reevaluate it, tell me how you feel, and I think that's a great way to end it on. We need to reevaluate Part 7. We need to see, is there something more to it, and understand, wow, I might have been more critical. Maybe you haven't, maybe you justifiably have some problems with it. Cool, I understand that. But I would like people to give another watch through on this. I think it's worth it. And if you sat here listening to us, if you haven't seen it for the first time, check it out. And if you are a non-believer in the cult of Part 7, give it a rewatch. Tell me how you feel. Thanks for listening us complain, have fun, and just enjoy this thrill ride of a film. And we'll catch you with the final installment. Gonna be a quick carnage, but with it being the final one, it might drag on a bit long. I know, I'm sorry. You get more content, whatever. I'll catch you there. Bye-bye.